My fiancé said at dinner, "I can't marry a teacher. You'll never make enough money." I made $65. I replied, "I understand your concerns." Then I showed her my stock portfolio, $890,000 from investments I'd been building for 12 years. When she realized the poor teacher was wealthier than her executive father, I, 32 male, teach high school history. Make about $65K a year, which isn't amazing, but it's decent and I love what I do. Been teaching for 10 years, love the kids, genuinely enjoy going to work most days. My now ex-fiancée Natalie, 29, worked in marketing, pulled in around $85K or plus bonuses. We'd been together 3 years, engaged for 6 months. Wedding was set for early summer. So last week we're at this fancy Italian place she picked. I'm thinking it's just a nice Tuesday dinner. Maybe she wants to talk about wedding stuff. She'd been acting weird lately, but I figured work stress or wedding jitters. We're halfway through our entrees when she goes, "We need to talk about our future." Never good. Those words never mean anything good. "Okay," I said. "What's on your mind?" "I've been doing a lot of thinking about our finances, about what our life will actually look like." "All right," she took a breath. "I don't think I can marry a teacher." I just stared at her, like the words didn't compute. "What? You're never gonna make enough money. My dad made 6 figures my whole life. I grew up comfortable. I just can't settle for struggling." "We're not struggling. Connor, you make $65. That's barely enough for yourself. Forget about a family." People at nearby tables were definitely listening now. She didn't seem to care. "I make good money too, but I want more. I want to travel, have a nice house, send our kids to good schools. We can't do that on a teacher's salary." The way she said teacher's salary, like it was something shameful. "So what exactly are you saying?" "I'm saying I can't do this anymore. I thought I could, but I can't. I need someone with real ambition, someone who wants more than just teaching." I felt weirdly calm, like everything was happening in slow motion. "I understand your concerns," I said. She blinked. "You do?" "Yeah, financial security matters. You should marry someone who can provide the lifestyle you want." "Exactly. I knew you'd understand." She actually looked relieved. "We can keep this civil, no drama." I pulled out my phone, opened my Vanguard app. "Before we call it, you should probably see something." Turned the screen toward her. Account balance, $891,247.63. Her face went completely blank. "What? What is that?" "My stock portfolio. Been building it since I was 20. Started with $5 my grandpa left me when he died. Put in $500 every month for 12 years, picked solid dividend stocks, let compound interest do its thing. That's almost $1 million. Yep. Got about $60K in a high-yield savings too, another $40 in bonds. Zero debt, paid off my car years ago, own it outright. No student loans because I worked through college." She couldn't speak, just kept staring at my phone. "So just to clarify, you're ending our engagement because I'll never make enough money, but you had no idea I'm sitting on basically $1 million in liquid assets? You never told me about this. You never asked. You saw high school teacher and assumed broke. Why wouldn't you tell me you had this much money?" "Because I wanted to be with someone who loved me for me, not my bank account." Guess I got my answer on that. I put $200 cash on the table. "That should cover dinner and tip. I'm gonna head out." "Wait, Connor, let's talk about this." "Nothing to talk about. You made yourself pretty clear. You can't marry a teacher." "I respect that. We're done. But have a good night, Nat." Walked out. My hands were shaking when I got to my car, but my head was crystal clear. Drove home, poured myself some whiskey, and just sat on my couch staring at the wall. 12 years. 12 years of living like a broke college student while I built wealth. Driving my paid-off 2015 Civic while she bought Coach purses. Packing lunch every day while she got Sweetgreen. Skipping the fancy vacations while she did girls' trips to Mexico. And she thought I was poor. Phone started blowing up around 10. Calls, texts. I ignored all of it and went to bed. Update 1. That was like 2 weeks ago. Things have gotten absolutely insane. Natalie showed up at my apartment the next morning. I was dumb enough to open the door. "Hey, can we talk?" She had coffee from that place I like. "Don't think there's much to say." "Connor?" I was in shock. I reacted badly. "But we can work through this." "Work through what exactly? You literally told me you can't marry a teacher." I was stressed about money. I took it out on you. That was wrong. And now that you know I have money, suddenly everything's fine? She flinched. That's not what this is. Isn't it? Yesterday I wasn't good enough. Today I am. Only thing that changed is you know my net worth. We've been together for 3 years. That has to mean something. It did, until you told me my career makes me unmarriageable. You're being ridiculous. I'm being honest. You showed me exactly how you feel about who I am. I believe you. So that's it? 3 years gone because of one stupid conversation? One stupid conversation where you ended our engagement. Yeah, she started crying, the messy kind. Please, don't throw us away. I made a mistake. Part of me wanted to cave. 3 years is real. But I kept hearing her voice. I can't settle for struggling. The disgust when she said just teaching. You need to leave. Connor? Please, just go. She finally left. Then her mom called. I was stupid enough to answer. Connor, what is this nonsense about breaking up? It's not nonsense, Diane. Natalie ended things. That's not how she's telling it. She says you're being cruel. Did she mention what we were arguing about? She said you disagreed about finances. She told me she can't marry a teacher because I don't make enough money. Then I showed her my investment portfolio and suddenly she wanted to stay together. Silence. Then, well, teaching isn't exactly a high-paying career, Connor. I have almost $1 million saved and invested. You, what? Yeah, 12 years of disciplined saving and investing. But she didn't know that when she dumped me. $1 million? How is that possible? Compound interest, living below my means, smart investments, pretty straightforward. Another pause. Well, that certainly changes things. Does it? I'm still a teacher. That's not changing. And apparently that's a deal breaker for your daughter. Don't be dramatic. Natalie loves you. Natalie loves financial security. Not the same thing. She's a catch, Connor. Beautiful, successful. Any man would be lucky. Any man who wants to be valued for his bank account, sure. How dare you? Pretty easily, actually. Don't call me again. Hung up. Blocked her. Her brother Todd called next. We'd always been cool. Bro, what the hell happened? Your sister gave you her version? She said you guys broke up over money and you're being a jerk. I explained everything. The dinner, what she said, the portfolio, her trying to get back together. Jesus, he said. That's harsh. Yeah. She's always been kind of shallow about money stuff, but damn. Well, now you know. You really have $1 million saved? More or less. Dude, that's incredible. How? Explained my strategy. He was genuinely interested. And Natalie had no clue? None. I don't talk about money. Didn't seem relevant. It's gonna be relevant now. My dad's gonna lose his mind when he finds out. Her dad? Yeah, Richard. He's always kinda looked down on you, you know? The teacher thing. But he's gonna flip when he realizes you've got more saved than he does. He doesn't have $1 million saved? Todd laughed. Dude, my dad's terrible with money. Makes like $200 as some VP but spends every penny. Leased BMW, huge house payment, country club dues. Pretty sure his retirement account has like $50. Maybe. He's almost 60. I didn't know what to say to that. Anyway, heads up, family dinners this weekend. Natalie's definitely gonna be crying to everyone. You might want to stay off radar. Wasn't planning to show up anyway. Smart. Hey, for what it's worth, you're better off. She's my sister, and I love her, but she's got some growing up to do. Only decent person in that family. Work got weird fast. I teach at a prep school. Natalie knew some of the parents from her marketing job. Word spreads fast in those circles. One of the moms stopped me after class. Mr. Hayes, I heard about your breakup. I'm so sorry. Thanks, Mrs. Patterson. My daughter adores you. You're her favorite teacher. She wants to study history in college because of your class. That's why I do this job. Moments like that. But then the headmaster called me in. Connor, we need to talk. Never good when the boss starts with those words. Richard Brennan called me. Natalie's father. My stomach dropped. He claims you've been harassing Natalie, that you're unstable and maybe shouldn't be around students. That's complete BS. I haven't contacted her once. She came to my apartment. Her family keeps calling me. I figured, but he's threatening to make noise with the school board. He knows people. So what do? Document everything. Timeline, who contacted who, what was said. I'll keep it on file. If this escalates, we'll need it. Spent that night writing down every interaction since the breakup. Dates, times, who initiated contact, exact words where I could remember them. Saved all the texts and voicemails. Then Natalie texted from a new number. My dad just wants to help. If you apologize, we can move past this. We love each other. Money doesn't matter. Screenshot. Added to my documentation. Replied, money didn't matter until you decided it did. We're done. Stop contacting me. She called immediately. I declined. She called again. Declined. Then the text started. You're being insane. 3 years and you're throwing it away over nothing. I said I was sorry. You know what? You're exactly what I said. A nobody teacher who'll die alone. Screenshot everything. Every single message. She's spiraling. And I'm just documenting. Update 2. It's been about a month. Things got way worse before they got better. Richard somehow got my personal email. Sent me this long message basically saying I'm not good enough for his daughter, but if I want to make changes and pursue a real career, maybe they'll reconsider. Suggested I look into becoming a principal or starting a private tutoring business. I replied, thanks for your concern, but I'm happy with my career and financial situation. Won't be reconsidering the engagement. Best wishes. He wrote back immediately, you're making a huge mistake. Natalie's the best thing that ever happened to you. Didn't respond to that one. Then Natalie started showing up places. My regular coffee shop on Sunday mornings? There she is. Grocery store? There she is. My gym? Suddenly she's a member. After the third coincidence, I called Todd. Your sister's stalking me. Yeah, she's really not handling this well. Can you make her stop? Dude, I've tried. She's convinced you're just being stubborn. Mom's encouraging her too. Great. One night I'm home grading papers when my doorbell rings. Looked through the peephole. Diane and Natalie standing there. Nope. Diane called through the door. Connor, we know you're home. Your car's out front. Let's talk like adults. I started recording on my phone. Walked to the door but didn't open it. You need to leave. We just want to talk. There's nothing to discuss. Natalie's voice. Baby, please, I miss you. We can fix this. We can't. It's over. You can't just throw away 3 years. I didn't throw them away. You did. At that dinner. Remember? Diane again. You're being a child. Natalie made a mistake. She's human. And I'm making a choice. I don't want to marry someone who thinks my job is a failure. Silence. Then Natalie started crying again. I'm calling the police if you don't leave. You wouldn't, Diane said. Held my phone up to the peephole so they could see I was recording. Already am. Want to test me? They left. The school thing blew up though. Richard went to the school board claiming I was unstable and not fit to be around students. Called a whole meeting about it. Dr. Whitmore was furious. He brought all my documentation, showed them the timeline, explained what really happened. The board chair, this no-nonsense woman, shut it down fast. So Mr. Hayes ended a relationship, and now the father of his ex is trying to get him fired with vague accusations? Correct, Dr. Whitmore said. Has anyone besides Mr. Brennan complained about Mr. Hayes? No. I actually have emails from parents praising him. She looked at me. Mr. Hayes, any plans to resume this relationship? Absolutely not. Good. Mr. Brennan is banned from school events. If this continues, we'll pursue legal action. Richard got banned from school property. Should have ended there. But I ran into him at Target. He saw me and made a beeline over. We need to talk. No, we don't. You humiliated my daughter. I ended a relationship. That's not humiliation. You led her on for 3 years, then dumped her over nothing. People were staring. I kept my voice low. She ended it, said she couldn't marry a teacher. Her words. She was worried about money. That's normal. And when she found out I had money, suddenly it was fine. That's called being materialistic. His face went red. How dare you? Your daughter showed me who she is. I'm just accepting it. Started to walk away. He grabbed my arm. We're not done. Pulled my arm back. Touch me again and I'm calling the cops. You arrogant. Target employee appeared. Problem here? No, I said. He was just leaving. Richard left, but I could see him fuming. Finished shopping and went straight to file a police report. The cop was surprisingly sympathetic. Ex's family? Yeah. They always think they can intimidate you back. File for a restraining order if it keeps up. Got a call from some lawyer's office. Woman says she's calling on behalf of Richard Brennan regarding a defamation matter. He's claiming I'm spreading lies about Natalie, calling her a gold digger, damaging her reputation, wants a public apology and $25,000. I actually laughed. Is this a joke? I assure you it's not. Tell Mr. Brennan to go ahead and sue. I'd love to explain to a judge how his daughter dumped me for being poor, then tried to get back together when she found out I'm not. She hung up, called a lawyer friend who gave me a referral to someone who handles this stuff. The attorney laughed when I explained. They're bluffing. Classic intimidation. But keep documenting everything, just in case. So I've got a file now. Every text, every call, every encounter, the police report, the school board minutes, everything. Natalie sent another message. I can't believe you're doing this. We could have had a life together. You made your choice. Live with it. You'll regret this when you're old and alone. Didn't respond, but I thought I'd rather be alone than with someone who only values me for my bank account. Final update. It's been about 2 months total now. Things finally calmed down, but not before one last incident. I'm teaching my afternoon class, juniors, American history, when there's a knock. I open the door and Natalie's standing there with flowers, in front of 30 students. Nat, what are you doing here? I needed to see you. She'd clearly been crying. I'm in the middle of class. I know, but please, can we just talk? My students are dead silent, watching this unfold. You need to leave. Connor, I was wrong. I was scared and stupid. But I love you. I've always loved you. One of my students, this kid Jeremy, who's always got something to say, goes, Yo, isn't this the girl who dumped him for being broke? Another student, Jeremy, shut up. What? Mr. Hayes uses his investing as examples all the time, said his ex didn't appreciate financial discipline. Oh no, I definitely should not have shared that story during our economics unit. Natalie looked mortified. You told your students? I used it as an anonymous example, didn't name names. They clearly know it was me. That's not my problem. You need to leave before security comes. The hall monitor appeared. Miss, you need to check in at the office. I just need 1 minute. Office, or I'm calling security. Natalie finally left. I closed the door and 30 pairs of eyes were on me. So, the new deal, where were we? One girl raised her hand. Mr. Hayes, you're way better off without her. Thanks, Ashley. Now about FDR's first 100 days. Dr. Whitmore called me after school. Your ex was here? Yeah. Not sure how she got past the front desk. She's officially trespassed now. She comes back, she gets arrested. That night, Todd called. I'm so sorry about today. How'd you even know? Mom told me. She drove Natalie there, thought it would be romantic. It was humiliating for her. I know. I told them it was insane, but they don't listen to me. Is she okay? Honestly? No. She's a mess. Hasn't gone to work in over a week, just sits around crying and stalking your social media. I haven't posted anything. I know. That's making it worse somehow. I felt bad for like 2 seconds. Then I remembered, nobody teacher who'll die alone. Tell your family to leave me alone or I'm getting a restraining order. I already did. I think they're finally getting it. He paused. Can I ask you something? Sure. How'd you actually save that much? Like the details. I make decent money, but I've only got like $10 saved and I'm almost 30. So I explained my whole strategy. Index funds, dividend aristocrats, automatic investing, living below my means. The power of starting early. He was taking actual notes. I've wasted so much money, he said after. You're young enough to fix it. Start now. Your future self will thank you. Thanks, man, and seriously, sorry about my family. Not your fault, Todd. Only normal person in that whole crew. Something interesting happened yesterday, though. I'm at my coffee shop when a woman sits down across from me. Connor Hayes? Yeah? I'm Lisa. I work with Natalie. Can I talk to you real quick? Oh, great. If this is about getting back together. God, no. Opposite, actually. That got my attention. I wanted to warn you. Natalie's been telling people at work that you were financially abusive, that you controlled all the money and kept her dependent. What? That's insane. We had completely separate finances. I know, that's why I'm here. Some of us know the real story, but she's spinning this whole narrative for people who don't. Why are you telling me? Because I went through something similar with my ex. He spread lies after I dumped him and it almost cost me my job. Didn't want that happening to you. She handed me her business card. If you ever need someone to verify what actually happened, call me. I've got texts from Natalie from right after the breakup. She was bragging about your money and saying she messed up. She bragged about it? Oh yeah, to everyone. He's secretly rich. I had no idea. I screwed up so bad. Then when people didn't sympathize, she flipped the script. I took her card. Thank you. Seriously. No problem. You dodged a bullet with her. She's exhausting. Texted my lawyer about the financial abuse claims. She said document it, but unless Natalie makes an official complaint somewhere, just ignore it. People talk. Can't stop that. But you've got bank records showing separate accounts if you ever need proof. So that's where things are now. Natalie's apparently having a breakdown, making up stories, burning bridges left and right. Richard's furious his intimidation didn't work. Diane's still defending her baby no matter what. And me? I'm just living my life. Teaching my classes, adding to my investments, enjoying the peace and quiet. My personal finance unit has gotten really popular though. Kids asking tons of questions about investing, compound interest, financial independence, teaching them the stuff I wish someone had taught me at 17. One student asked, "Mr. Hayes, do you regret ending your engagement?" I thought about it for a minute. No, I regret not seeing who she really was sooner. But ending it? Best decision I could have made. The class laughed, but I meant every word, because I could have married her. Could have spent my life with someone who measured my worth by my salary, who only saw value in me once she knew my net worth, who looked down on my career right up until she realized it came with money. Instead, I'm single, financially secure, and teaching kids that your worth isn't your wallet. Natalie's blocked everywhere. Her family too, changed my lock since Diane had a spare key, got a new number that only close friends have. Life's quiet now, peaceful. And my portfolio hit 912K last week. Market's been good to me. Turns out being just a teacher isn't so bad after all.